Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes' Illuminati, the man who rules the world, takes on the head of the global elite in this all-new action-packed John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' Illuminati in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, because we're having us a barbecue. There's a new trend on TikTok that's going viral called the Black Wife Effect. Now, this black wife effect supposedly shows a white or an Asian man in a before photo looking rather bland and somewhat corny, and in the next picture shows that man looking like he's polished and looking stylish by standing at the side of a black woman who married him. Now, this whole trend on TikTok is, as I see it, just another way for black women who want to promote the agenda of swirling to try to push their agenda. And what they want to do is because they see that the swirling narrative has fallen apart after a series of divestment and disasters and divorces of prominent white men from black white women, is what they want to do is repackage the entire narrative of interracial relationships into this whole black wife effect. And what the black women here want to do as related to this black wife effect is try to promote the narrative that a white or an Asian man can be elevated by getting involved with a black woman, and that black woman will elevate his social status to make him more prominent as related to social circles. Now, this whole argument is complete BS when you understand the system of white supremacy, because in the system of white supremacy, the white man is someone who is looking to elevate the white woman and is looking to work with the white woman in a relationship, but that doesn't really stop these desperate white black women from looking to go and push this agenda. Now, many of these black women, again, are pushing this agenda primarily because they see that the original narratives of swirling have basically crumbled and fallen completely apart, and they also see that the narrative of divestment has become a complete disaster. So in an effort to try to get their narratives back on track, they've come up with this whole concept of the black wife effect and trying to use this as a selling point to all of these white males out here and look to use this narrative to try to elevate themselves to being a partner that would be viable for a white man. Now, the critical question I have to ask as related to this whole narrative of this so-called black wife effect is, why can't these black women talk about how being a black wife to a black man has an effect on changing the life of a black man? Because I would like to think that a black wife would basically be somebody who could transform the life of a black man by showing that she can be a helpmeet to that black man and look to help meet that black man's needs under God's natural order and work towards inspiring and uplifting that black man and helping to give him the glow up that many of our brothers who are good brothers are looking to get from our sisters. That's what I would think would be a great video series to show as related to the black wife effect. Unfortunately, when you got spellbound black women who who basically have low self-esteem and believe that the only way to elevate themselves is to fit themselves into the black box that is acceptable to white people. What these black women do, because they have a whole lot of self-hatred, is believe that the black wife effect would make them an asset to a white or an Asian man before they think they can go and do this for a black man. And that's the whole sad part about this whole black wife effect series of videos, is that it really shows the self-hatred that many of these swirlers and hashtag divestors have regarding black men. I mean, you can sit there and talk about how you're giving the white man an elevation, but you won't talk about how you investing time and money into a black man would elevate that black man, or just giving that man encouragement, because if a black man is out here having his stuff together, his need for, again, emotional support is what he's looking for. But these black women who are a part of this black wife effect, they believe investing time and money into this white man or this Asian man has a higher value, and that's because they have, again, sadly bought into the system of white supremacy. And because they've bought into the system of white supremacy, they go out here looking to elevate a beta white male or an beta Asian male before looking to go out here and work with some of the decent brothers who are out here who have their stuff together. And that's the sad part for me as related to hearing about this black wife effect. The sad part for me about hearing about this black wife effect is that you have black women who are sitting there pushing a narrative not to elevate the brothers in their communities and say that I want to be a wife to a black man. No, what they're doing is going out here and saying that in order for them to feel a sense of value and worth, they've got to go out here and find themselves some beta lame white guy or some beta lame Asian guy to try to give that elevation to. And that really, again, shows how dysfunctional they are, because this same narrative is the one that these kinds of single, successful, well-educated black women all talk about as related to Pookie, because a lot of these same women who are on this black wife effect narrative were the same ones talking about how they wanted to fix Pookie and wanted to fix Pookie because they wanted to make him into their idealized man. But the whole concept of looking to, again, support guys who are lame basically shows how these women have a serious power issue. And they have a serious power issue because they are looking to get some sort of lame guy, and again want to dress up the lame guy to become their ideal instead of looking to follow the lead of a man, because many of these women don't want to be involved with a man who is real, who has his own thoughts and views. No, what they want to do is find this beta and basically take him into the role of a child, dress him up, and make him into their ideal, and then say, oh, the black wife had an effect, but the whole thing is you could have had the same effect and impact on a brother who's looking to, again, go out here and build by providing him with emotional and spiritual support. But a lot of these women don't want to show that man spiritual and emotional support that a helpmeet wants to meet the needs of, because what they want to do is find a man who allows them to maintain their power in the system of white supremacy, and they'll go out here and find themselves a beta who allows them to maintain their power and control. And that's what the black wife effect is all about, having them show that they had an effect on quote-unquote fixing this man, not understanding that the person looking to do the fixing is already broken, because a lot of the swirlers and divestors, a lot of these women are damaged mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and they want to get power by saying, oh, I'm a black wife and I'm having an effect on this beta male who I'm going out here transforming his life. But again, a woman who is looking to be a servant in God's order, she would be like, okay, I want to show my impact by going out here and helping this man go out here and build, go out here and build a family, go out here and build a home, because that's how she shows the black wife effect effectively, because the black wife in Black on Black Love, this is the black wife effect that I would think black women would be promoting. But what we got on social media are a bunch of dysfunctional swirlers and divestors who have been taking major L's all across the board, taking L's basically everywhere. And as they take these L's, what they want to do is try to repackage their narratives under the black wife effect, hoping that they'll find some beta male white simps or some beta male Asian simps or some incels who will see them as a viable partner for a relationship and see her as somebody giving this guy a blow up. But the whole thing is, many of these white and Asian males, they get their glow up from white and Asian women, and they basically are looking to get their status elevated in the system of white supremacy, and they just see a black woman as just a pit stop or the last stop as related to them being in the social marketplace. They don't see the black woman as somebody they see as their first partner, and the guys who are looking to get this elevation, just like Pookie, are guys at the bottom of the social marketplace. And again, at the bottom of the social marketplace, because if these guys were quality men, they would already have their stuff together on their own. And as they had their stuff together on their own, they would be able to attract women who would look to work with them, and they would want to be elevated by those women who are white and Asian, and they would go to them first. But the guys going out here, they're going to the black woman because, again, this is their last option, and they really are lames. And again, the black wife effect is a narrative that's being pushed, and it's being pushed by, again, swirlers and divestors who are desperate to try to keep their narratives going, because they know that they've taken huge L's. And as they have taken huge L's in major news stories, what they're looking to do is continue on this agenda. And what's sad is that you have these black women, again, looking to push this narrative, because they know that their narrative is completely falling apart. But when you look at this again, this trend, it's just nothing at all but the same old agendas, looking to try to push the gender wars, looking to try to get black men upset. But a smart black man like myself, when I see these kind of stories, I really don't care about them, because the choice is these women. And again, these women keep making these choices because they're desperate for attention. And the best way to deal with these types of situations is to pay it no attention, because what we have here with the black wife effect is no different than the passport bros or the divestors, all looking to continue in these back and forths, hoping to get attention for their cause. But their causes are all lost, because the whole thing is, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to enjoy a relationship. And again, the man that you go out here and call yourself fixing up, you're just basically fixing him up for another woman. And that's what happens to make this whole narrative of the black wife effect ineffective, because all you're doing is dressing up a man, and then you dress him up, and what happens is he gets his confidence, and then he basically drops that black wife for the woman he really wants. Now, if you want to learn why so many of these black women participate in goofy gimmicks and stunts like this, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on digital format on platforms like Draft2Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and you can also find it at big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos taking narratives like the Black Wife Effect to the barbecue, you can drop a donation of a minimum of $15 to the Cash App or the PayPal, and by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, The Temptation of John Haynes. Give in to temptation and pick up this action-packed African-American paranormal romance. Get The Temptation of John Haynes in paperback and e-readers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis, Dark Incubus in paperback and e-readers today. Coming to paperback and e-readers, Esteem Horror in the Hamptons. The aspiring angel tries to escape a house of horrors in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order your copy of Esteem Horror in the Hamptons in digital format at Amazon.com, Google Play, Draft2Digital, and other digital booksellers, or pick up your paperback copy on May 24th. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.